Alright. And live. Okay, can everybody see the stream?
On Discord, yes.
Yeah.
Alright, here we go. Oh, great. Andrew gets to talk.
Oh no!
What happened last night? Did you know that someone was killed in the cabinet next door to this one last night?
How cool was the voice I gave her? I think it was just me with a very high and like slightly higher pitch.
I think so, yeah.
I think it was, yeah.
One of the
Actor needs his water.
stay hydrated.
I got Pepsi, to be honest with you.
One of the crewmen told me this morning when I was eating breakfast.
The man who died. He was a friend of mine.
Oh,
That's where we're trying to find out what happened. Did you notice anything unusual last night? Perhaps you heard a strange noise, for example? Perhaps people talking?
excuse me.
No name?
Oh, sorry, I was checking sounds. Perhaps the ship was absorbed in a wild tempest. Perhaps its steam engine exploded?
Perhaps everyone on board would have noticed if that had happened? Miss Pavlova, is there anything you can tell us?
I don't know. I'm sorry, but all I could think about last night was what I had done, whether they would find me. I didn't notice anything that was happening around me.
Oh, I see. Running away. You've run away from your ballet company, haven't you? The Novavich Ballet?
Yes. I'm traveling to Great Britain, and from there, I want to go to America. I will never dance again. I want to forget everything about the ballet. I will start a new life.
You wish to forget a challenging proposition? When you have the straightened tiara as a reminder?
What?
I just wish they had like volume levels for this. I'm just hoping that it's not too loud.
Volume, yes.
You want volume? Yes or no?
Tiara is mine. I need it to live. I have no money of my own. The Novovich Ballet only gives us only a little food and water. We must dance all over the world. I had to run away. I had no choice. If I stayed, it would have killed me.
So you ran away to protect yourself?
Yes, and the crew of the ship, they have all been kind to me. They let me come on board, and they said I could hide in this cabin.
If that is indeed the truth, Miss Pavlova, it creates the most intriguing conundrum. Conundrum.
Yes, it
The
does.
last time the whole conflict was not delayed.
What do you think about it, Mr. Naruto? Me? Oh, well, yes, of course. Quite. Objection. Sorry. Got flashbacks to Edgeworth. I think we should hear Miss Pavlova's explanation. To what conundrum, I'm not sure though, but... Conundrum.
Oh. Miss Pavlova, allow me to introduce you a little.
Okay,
Suppose
one
you
more
would.
from the top.
Sorry,
Oh,
That was-
she gone.
I was in the middle of eating something.
You're fine.
Miss Pavlova, allow me to introduce. Miss Pavlova, allow me to pose you a little. According to this newspaper, it was only yesterday that you absconded from the ballet. Now, that being the case, it must have been last night that you won the vessel. However, the SS Bura stopped by no port last night.
Ah, that's it, of course.
So, how is it to pray that you come to be aboard?
Now that I think about it, the crewman outside the cabin acted very strangely when we mentioned that. It was just after we asked him about when the occupant of this cabin came aboard.
That is not your business.
Yes, you're right. He did seem to be hiding something.
An angel descended from the heavens, bringing grace and beauty to the stage.
Sorry? What was that?
It's how the Russian newspapers described one of my performances. And that is how I came here too. I descended from the heavens, because I am an angel.
Ah.
Yeah,
Considering English isn't your mother tongue, your description is very vivid. Mr. Sholmes once said, "I never can resist the touch of the dramatic." It seems Miss Pavlova is the same.
A genius ascends from the heavens, bringing grace and beauty to detection. Words once said about myself. A quote from a wonderfully extravagant actor for the adventures of Sherlock Holmes. In fact,
I love how they animated his character so much.
I love the voice lines
Yes,
of him.
yes, Mr. Showy. Anyway, it doesn't look like Miss Pavlova is going to tell us what really happened. So, the friend you mentioned inside your traveling case, is that right? I don't think animals are allowed on board, according to the rules of passage.
Oh, please, don't tell. Don't tell any of the crew. They find my precious.
Well, mate. Then the bubbly Russian would stare themselves in unison to throw you and your case overboard, no doubt.
Ugh!
So reassuring, Mr. Sholmes.
Thank you.
What sort of pet is your friend? A little puppy? It is, isn't it?
I think the Joe.
Snake.
Maybe an adorable little rabbit?
No.
You credit Russian as a land with small rabbits, do you?
Oh, don't they have small rabbits there then?
You may well ask. I have no idea.
Ha!
You two are miserable birds, bunglers, when it comes to understanding the nature of young ballerinas. Pardon me. Isn't it obvious? It must be a
Really?
Consider the benefits. A rousing wake-up call, daily checks, and when and when adversity
At birthday.
Adversity.
That's the one. And when adversity strikes, it could satisfy the needs of some.
So you'd eat your friends. I'll remember that. Renosuke will remember this.
I mean,
Jesus Christ,
If-
no.
if I don't have anything else around, then yes, I would. Well, it would appear this friend's identity is a closely guarded secret not to be involved.
She obviously doesn't quite trust us yet. There's something I'd like to show her, I think. Maybe she might be able to shed some light on it. Maybe it's the diary entry? Or journal entry, excuse me. I would never say...
Just admit it, it's a diary.
It's Kazuma.
It's literally called diary! It's literally called a diary!
That's fair. Okay. Would you go ahead and take a look at this? Can I show you this? I'm actually a university student from the Empire of Japan, you see.
That means nothing to me.
No, why would it? Mr. Naruto, if you're determined to flaunt your Yumi badge, at least choose a Japanese person who might recognize it. Miss Susanoo, can I show you this? Maybe later. Oh, I could show Inspector Hosonaga too. I fucking love showing my badge to everybody.
That's amazing.
This is the diary of my friend who passed away.
His diary?
Yes, and he wrote in it last night before he died, something a little unusual. It reads, 1:23 a.m. I can hear a faint whistling sound. And then a few minutes later, 1:35 a.m. What looks like some sort of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill.
Speckled band? I don't understand.
It's strange, isn't it? But the ventilator he mentions joins to this cabin, you see. It's up there on the wall. In other words, this cabin and the victim's cabin are connected together.
I think I know what it was. Oh.
Oh,
I think what it was is that she threw it through the ventilation system thinking it would end up out in the ocean.
Miss Pavlova, has something occurred to you? Does the speckled band the victim mentioned mean something to you? Or the whistling sound, perhaps?
no. I don't know anything.
Oh. You got some Cyclops on you, don't you?
Oh, fuck, that hurt.
Oh. Oh, oh.
Well,
Ow, fuck.
What happened?
I was, using the
over there.
toothpick on my tooth, and I hit something, and it hurts like shit now.
Oh.
Excuse
That's
me,
why I don't
Mr.
use
Roller. Yes, that.
Wow, she's fast.
Captain would like to speak with you. You must come to Captain's quarters at once, please. Alright, I will come now.
What?
You must leave. Now.
Oh no, it's fine. Don't mind us. Yes, please don't worry about yourself, Mr. Roylott.
Get out. Unless you said out, or do you want me to throw you out?
It looks like we'll have to leave investigating this cabin until later. What a pity. She fucking got in disguise fast. And so we lost our chance. Having still not managed to investigate Miss Pavlova's cabin, we're still unceremoniously chased
Very
out.
unwanted.
This is to say, we were quite literally picked up and thrown into the passageway gates outside.
It's not my favorite
I
part.
called it. We only had 10 minutes before it got to the same
Seriously?
point.
So we could have just done the whole thing last night.
Or last time, yeah. But
Oh,
it's
that's
fine.
disappointing. Oh well.
Oh well.
You know what we could have done? No, that's not. You know my best part about? You know what my favorite part about doing this? When either you or Troy are just having a back and forth with yourself. It's really funny.
Fuck that tooth.
I wish we hadn't been thrown out like that. I wish we managed to find some clue as to what speckled band might be. We didn't manage to investigate at all. And I imagine that we won't be able to for a while longer. We'll never get past that sailor guarding the door. He's clearly glaring at us, as if to say, don't even think about it. Oh, wait a minute. What is it? Well, what happened to our great detective friend? Where did he go? Oh yes, he completely disappeared. When did he do that? He slipped away as quietly as the wind, but not before ensuring these were securely back on my wrists. Okay. You... I've investigated thoroughly, but I can't find anything out on this place.
No clues here.
Oh, I did the... I meant to click that. There we go. Okay, check. Check. I mean, he's over there. You're not stopping me from going to this door. That door leads to second-class area. It's locked. I can't open it. No, well, that stands to reason. No one wants to let the murderer escape. Gosh, she gave me a very stone look when she said that. Damn. Hey, buddy, I need Troy to talk.
Oh.
I really wish we had the chance to look around in Miss Pavlova's cabin.
But why you look like that? You want something?
Hmm?
Maybe you want me to throw you out again, hmm?
Oh, no. Definitely not that.
Next time I have to throw you out. I show you where lobsters spend winter, understand?
Understand. Maybe I should steer clear of him until he's forgotten my face. I don't think he'll ever forget your face, Naruto-san. I didn't get to present him my thing. First class cabin number 1. Yeah, that's our cabin. Not our cabin, it's Kazuma-sama's. Sorry? Your accommodation is confined to the wardrobe inside the cabin. You know how to make a stowaway feel small, don't you? As small as the wardrobe I've been calling home. Anyways, I wonder if Inspector Hosonaga has managed to uncover any news. Yes, we should probably find him and ask. Oh, fucking... That's what I should have hit. I forgot that there's a move function. It looks like they're still investigating in here. Yes, on that subject, I wonder if Inspector Hosonaga is unscathed. What do you mean, unscathed? Surely you haven't forgotten, have you, Naruto-san? Don't you remember what he said about allowing you out of the cabin to investigate? He was going to talk to the captain about it. He said he'd lay his life on the line for you. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
But I'm
Yeah, I
sure
forgot
he
about
was
that.
exaggerating. Let's see what he has to say for himself. He might have some new information for us. You never know. Well, that ain't him. Is he over here?
Hey, there he is. Same
You
like
got
that.
something on his face. Oh, and you can investigate the floor.
I can investigate some of the... Yeah, I can investigate a lot of this again.
Investigate before talking.
Yeah, that's what I'm planning on doing. kind of have to for some Ace Attorney games. So it's clear that these letters were written with the ink that was somehow spilt on the floor. And they spell the Russian word for wardrobe. It does seem to be an ambiguous pointer to you, Naruto-san, as you were sleeping in there. But to be truly unambiguous, it would have to just spell out my name, don't you think? Well, either way, one fact remains. It's hard to imagine that Kazuma-sama would have written his last words, or word, in Russian, which begs the question of who did write it. This is where Kazuma spent his final moments, writing his diary. 1:23 a.m. I can hear a faint whistling sound. 1:35 a.m. What looks like some sort of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill. Looking at his writing here on this page, it's almost impossible to believe that he's gone. Kazuma-sama left us his valuable clue in these words, I'm sure of it. We have to solve this mystery, Naruto-san. We will! And books. All the books provided for passengers occupying this cabin nearly arranged on a shelf, neatly. They were all over the place when we first looked around, if you remember. Oh, if you remember. Oh yes, and you tidied them up, didn't you? You have to look after the ship's property. Unruly behavior in the cabins leads to damage. But it really wasn't me who knocked them over. Well anyway, I feel much better now that they're neatly lined up. I can't relax when things are untidy. What's up, my friend?
Where did you go?
Oh, sorry, I just went to the next door cabin to investigate.
Why? Who gave you permission for this?
Well, Seaman Hosonaga did.
That new Japanese, was it? Later, I'll roll him in the ball and throw him in cold room.
Oh boy.
Whew. He's gone back to guarding the door. I hope Inspector Hosonaga doesn't find himself in too much trouble on our account. He's really gone out of his way to help us, hasn't he? When we get back to Japan, we'll have to take him for a steak at La Carnival. That could be a very long time from now, Naruto-san. Okay.
I think you could do the information on the wall. No, the pamphlet thing.
I don't know.
Oh.
About that.
These are the rules of passage for traveling aboard the SS Bura. Passengers must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects in their cabins. Pets are also strictly forbidden. So by bringing her pet on board, Miss Pavlova has broken the rules. She called it her friend, didn't she? Yes, although we don't know what form this friend takes as of yet. It's almost certain that whatever it is, it's inside the traveling case in her cabin. A friend. There's more to this than that seems, I think. Alright, time to talk to myself for a little bit. Oh my god! Ah, you're back. Inspector! What happened to you? Your face is... Please, don't worry about it. They're just scratches. Made by a bear, maybe? When I told the captain that I'd given you permission to investigate, he told me he'd pummel me with his fist and then toss me overboard. What? But the pummeling was over in a flash, and he must have decided against throwing me overboard. So it was nothing, really. It looks like he wasn't joking when he said he'd lay his life on the line if he had to. Well, thank you for your efforts. We now know a little about the neighboring cabin. Yes, so I understand. Oh? Oh. I bumped into the man claiming to be the great detective a little while ago. I think his name was something like Herlock Sholmes? I don't think he was German, though. Ah, that explains it. Shall we compare notes, then? We can tell you what we found out. Yes, let's do it.
He looks like he's in a fight and he's being pummeled.
The cabin next door. What? Nikolina Povalova? She's in the cabin next door? Oh, do you know who she is? Please, what self-respecting ballet fan wouldn't know the graceful angel? Oops, I think I upset him there. Well, then tell us the neighboring cabin is unrelated to the case at least. Oh? How? Because angels don't go around committing crimes, do they? Oops, now I've definitely upset him. Inspector, has your investigation in here proved fruitful? If I'm honest, there's very little more I can do. Our duty is to make sure the scene isn't disturbed, ready to hand over to the Hong Kong police. So I'm just keeping watch here, trying not to take my eyes off the job. Oh, I see. Ah, there is one thing. I do have a small piece of information for you. Oh, what is it? Yes, do tell us, Inspector, please. Heckin' fucking. What's the new information you have, Inspector? It's this. The Burra's medical officer has finished examining of the body. I managed to obtain the reports. Oh. Oh. Kazuma's post-mortem report?
Lovely.
Kazuma-sama. So, what was the cause of death? Damage to the cervical vertebrae is what's written in the report. His neck was broken? Yes, it would seem so. There are no obvious wounds or other sign of injury, so at first I think they were considered poison. But it turns out they found no trace of poison in his system at all. Well, what weapon was used then? Nothing has been found as yet, but the fact that there was no sign of a wound suggests it might have been a blunt object, something that wouldn't have left a mark. Oh, I see. All the body's nerves run through the spine to the brain. A strong enough impact to the neck could induce death. It is a possibility, and no obvious wound would be left. Poor Kazuma. I have a second copy of the reports. If it might be useful, you're welcome to have it. Really? Are you sure? Yes, it's fine. I trust you. After all, if I didn't trust you, I'd never have agreed to you leaving the cabin in the first place, would I? Ah.
True. Very true.
The post-mortem has been entered into the court record. The report of SS Bureau's medical officer giving the cause of death as there are no trace of external injury or poison. See if we can read that a little bit more in detail, shall we? Male, Far Eastern, time of death sometime between 1 a.m. and a little past 2 a.m. Resulting in instant death. Well, there's a callback to the first game. If it was instant, how could he have written on the ground? The victim's neck was almost certainly broken as a result of a strong blow to the area. No obvious external injuries or traces of poison.
They used the statue.
That's actually not a bad idea.
And then that lady's got her fingerprints on it.
God damn it.
You still talk to him, man. Go ahead.
I know. Probably used his
Why?
sheathed sword. And what's wrong, Andrew?
Just, the murder weapon being the statue.
God damn it!
With the text, I feel like they used his finger as kind of like a pen. In a way.
God damn it, this is a callback to the first game, isn't it? Oh, Oh, Mr. Sholmes was here, was he? Yes. He seemed to be enjoying himself a little too much as he crept about on the floor investigating. But then he suddenly left. I suppose he must have become bored. Did he say anything at all? Actually, now that you mention it, yes. Just one thing, but he practically shouted it. "It's shoe polish!" was all he said. Shoe polish? I wonder what he meant. I'm sorry, my mind blanked for a moment. It was when he was over there, by the piece of broken glass, do you see? Ah, perhaps he was talking about the thick brick-colored mark, do you think? Yes, that must be it. But how could Mr. Sholmes know that it's shoe polish? That leaves me cold, I'm afraid. That leaves me cold, I'm afraid. I have no idea.
I might.
What is it, Sasuto-san? Well, Kazuma-sama was wearing leather shoes with a very dark tan hue. Dark tan? A sort of dark brownish red, then? Yes, a little like the color of red wine, but darker. I often repaired them for him. Oh, does this mean that this mark was made by the polish on Kazuma's shoes as they scuffed on the floor? A piece of small glass object and what looks like a scuff mark. That's really all I can tell you at this stage. I should return to my post. My fellow crewmen's eyes are boring into the back of my head. Yes, that might be for the best. Thank you. Poor Inspector, you look exhausted. Oh, no, well... I feel terrible that I failed to protect Asogi-san. He was my responsibility. Of course, my pain is nothing compared to yours. You are his friends. The truth is, I seem to have had a very heavy head ever since I woke up this morning. A heavy head? That's interesting. My head's still throbbing too. Yet you did all that dancing and parading and singing abouts with Mr. Sholmes.
Yeah. That was fun.
That was very fun.
Let's investigate in detail.
Ah! A chip! Ah! A crack!
Yeah, that's obviously the bit on top. Obviously, I mean, it might be from a bit of a chimney.
I got nothing. Can I present to you, please?
No.
Oh. Boop. So this ventilator joins to Miss Pavlova's cabin. Yes, that's right. And just a few minutes before he died, Kazuma saw something emerging from it. The speckled band, as he described it. So,
maybe it wasn't a...
I'm thinking like the cutscene that like started before showed Sholmes talking about a snake. I think it's a snake. If only Miss Pavlova had been able to shed some light on it, but she seemed as baffled as we are. Yes, I wonder if she's telling us everything, though.
Yes.
I'm not sure. I know most people aboard would say the same about me, but... there's something about that woman that just didn't sit right with me. Okay, you're checked, you're fully checked. Light. Bed. I suppose it wanted me to investigate this again. It really is such a beautiful color, this glass. It looks like whatever that was had broken clean in two, but the other half is nowhere to be seen. And then there's this brick-colored mark, which is shoe polish, according to the great detective you seem to know all about. I suppose it must be from Kazuma-sama's shoes. Maybe, but what I'd like to know is, how can the detective be so sure that it's shoe polish and not something else? Because he's the great detective, of course. That's hardly a reason, isn't it?
He was wrong earlier, about Pavlov. He was wrong yesterday about Pavlova, so...
That is everything in this room. Excuse me, sir. I know you're trying to keep me out, but I'm gonna see if I can move. Converse? Move. See if we get something. Cool. We were supposed to move. Ah! Look, Naruto-san! Seaman Stroganoff is gone. Strong enough? The burly Russian sailor who's always crossing his arm and glaring at us. These Russian names are impossible to remember. Tra-la-la? Did you hear that? It sounded like someone singing.
Captain Underpants.
I think.
Oh, is that me?
I think so.
Tra la la. Lira, lira lay. I did it the great detective way.
This caroling. I know that lark-like voice. Well, never
it's-
mind that
it's
now. This is a golden opportunity for us. Yes, you're right. We must seize it. Let's get inside Miss Pavlova's cabin when we can and investigate. Definitely. Before that, Stingy Knot crewman comes back. It's Stroganov, not Stingy Knot. I like stroganoff. It's a good kind of pasta.
Nah, but I kind of like stringy knot, to be honest with you.
It's open. Miss Pavlova isn't back yet. Sasato-san. Oh, where she's gone. Hey, what are you doing? Those are her private things. There's not a moment to waste, Naruto-san. We must investigate as quickly as we can. I
Maybe
suppose
still a few bits
you're
while you're
right.
there?
For Kazuma's sake.
Take a few bits for Kazuma's sake. Come on.
Not just for Kazuma-sama. What do you mean? It can't be long now until we arrive at the port in Hong Kong. I don't want you to be in those handcuffs when we get there. Really? We must solve this case, Naruto-san. By ourselves if we have to. Yes, we will. Let's take a look in here. No. This is the first.
You don't want to miss the panty raid.
Oh my, Miss Pavlova's case is open. It's completely empty inside, but according to the great detective's great deduction, she was hiding her special friend in here. Yes, a friend that she had to keep a secret. Because you're not allowed to bring animals aboard the SS Bureau. I wonder what kind of animals
I
she
think
had
it's
in
a
here.
different type of snake.
And more to the point, where is it now?
With the great detective, I'm guessing.
There's just a few books on the desk, nothing else by the looks of it. Well, Miss Pavlova only ran away from the ballet last night. She's hardly occupied the cabin for any time at all. That's true. I wonder what kind of book she likes to read. Let me see. Yes, I see. It would seem that Miss Pavlova enjoys reading books written in Russian.
Shocking.
Thanks. I think I probably already knew that. It's rude to ask too much of people, Naruto-san. Kindly remember that. I didn't ask you to tell me what kind of book she read. All the books have toppled over together. Look, every single one. Do you think that's a god of the sea, perhaps? He's toppled too, though. It's exactly the same as the bookcase next door, in Kazuma's cabin. Perhaps Miss Pavalava was practicing a difficult ballet pose and fell against the bookcase? I don't know. Would she really be practicing ballet the same night she ran away from her ballet company? Alright then. It must have been you. You lost your temper and knocked them all over in a fit of rage? Not everything bad that happens on this ship is because of me, you know. Well, anyways, I'll set them all straight again in here too. I don't like seeing things in disarray. Ah yes, they're displayed in this cabin too. Look, the SS Bureau has ruled the passage. Passengers must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects in their cabin. Pets are also strictly forbidden. I suppose Miss Pavalava realized that she needed to keep the contents of her case a secret after she read this. Her special friend, I mean. I wonder where her friend has disappeared to now. It's probably having fun exploring the ship, I imagine. I just hope Seaman Stroganoff hasn't found it and thrown it overboard. Oh, yes. So do I. Okay. This big-ass duffel bag doesn't have anything... Door?
Oh, door.
This cabin door has the same simple sort of bolted hatch that our cabin door has. If the bolt's drawn across, there's no way anybody could enter the cabin from the outside. Yes, it's not particularly heavy-duty bolt, is it? But still, it shouldn't have slid across on its own accord, wouldn't it? No, I think the door is made of metal, so there's no chance of trickery using magnets to unbolt it from the outside. And it's sealed up perfectly, too, to stop any seawater coming in. So you wouldn't use this method you told me of passing a thread through the crack under the closed door either. I seem to know a lot of tricks for opening doors. I'm starting to see why they suspect me. There's one of these next to the bed in Cosmo's cabin, too. Yes, it's a bell cord. I can't resist. You're gonna call... We're gonna get caught. I just ruined it. She barely hesitated there, and she gave it a good tug, too. No, I didn't actually expect anyone to come. We don't want them to. We're trying to investigate in secret. Okay. Wait. I want to make sure that this side of the room is done first before I look at the thing. I'm guessing that's a bowl of water. I wonder what this little saucer is doing on the floor. Yes, it doesn't look like it's been dropped. It's more like it was put there deliberately. Ah, do you think there could be a leak in the roof just above here? What? A leak? Is this ship quite safe? I'm sure even if there's a little leak in the roof, it doesn't mean the whole ship is gonna sink. No, you're right. Of course you're right. She's really trying to persuade herself, isn't she?
I'll be honest, I'm with you. Being a leak.
It would seem this teapot is empty. So the natural conclusion is that the Russians are a very thirsty people.
You rushing, Glenn?
Hey, shut it! Or maybe because Miss Pavlova only came onto the cabin last night, she hasn't had the chance to make any tea yet. I mean, it could be either. It's definitely that they're exclusively thirsty. I'd lay 1,000 to 1 on it. Excessively. You're rather obstinate, aren't you, Naruto-san? Nah, I mean, I understand. I would honestly drink all that in one sitting. I am a thirsty boy. I suppose every cabin has a waste paper basket. Shall we have a look and see what's been thrown away? Naruto-san! It's poor etiquette to go sifting through someone's rubbish, you know? Those eyes.
Wait for a good detective
She's
comes
looking
in.
at me like I'm a
does
piece
it.
of rubbish now. Yeah, no kidding. No, see what happens if I go like that? I'm gonna lose hearts with Susato, like heckin' Stardew Valley. Rummaging in the
Okay.
trash.
Oh yeah.
However, these are special circumstances, I think. Exactly, we have no choice. There's hardly anything in here at all. Oh, well, that's a little disappointing. Bless you. Okay, close or vent?
Vent. Close, I think, might be the main one.
Alright. So this ventilator connects the Cosmo cabins next door. Yes, although what a fool a shipbuilder must be to open a ventilator into another room. Maybe. It's so that if there's a gas leak next door, the occupant of this cabin would notice and raise the alarm. Or the occupant of both cabins would die of gas poisoning. That is a possibility. Anyways, last night, Cosmo wrote that he saw a speckled band coming out of this ventilator. Alright, time to snoop through clothes. Naruto-san! Are you there? Sorry? I'm right here. Yes? Why? Oh, good. I thought you might have climbed into the wardrobe when I wasn't looking. There's no place like home. You fucking... Oh my god. Believe me, I don't have some strange compulsion to jump in every wardrobe I see, you know. Well, anyways, I'm not sure anyone could fit inside this one. It's full of beautiful outfits. I suppose they're all stage costumes. I was rather hoping we might find Miss Pavlova's friend hiding in there, but no such luck. Oh, okay, checked. Nothing on the bed. Door, doo-doo. The lighter fluid. Okay. We investigated it a lot. Cheese.
You can investigate her door again.
Miss Pavlova's cabin. This could be our chance. What? The burly sailor doesn't appear to be around in a moment. We could investigate. Yes, I know. Okay, yes. We just did that. We already looked around, and it is...
Oh.
Oh, hi.
God. Oh, it's Mr. Sholmes, look! Wow, you never know when he's gonna turn up next, do you? He seems to be stealing a look at something as he sings to himself. Oh, I never turned right!
Yes. Tra la la, lira lay. I did this in the detective way.
He's still singing. Do you think he hasn't noticed us? Or he's simply in extremely high spirits?
Yes, there were many times I'm sure you knew when the yard hit more than a chew. And throughout it all, when there was doubt, luckily her luck was about.
Excuse me.
Solved it all, and I stood tall. I did it the great detective way.
Is this in tempo with the I Did It My Way song?
No idea.
Possibly.
Mr. Sholmes!
Honestly, you want to fight? Honestly, interrupting a fellow. I'm sorry. Honestly, interrupting a fellow while he was singing, and I was just about to recline. climactic.
Sorry, I thought you were never going to stop, so I figured now's as good as time as any.
I very nearly dropped into the floor with one of my famous right hooks. Or like right
Alright,
hook.
I get the picture. Now, could you put those fists away? Mr. Sholmes? You seem to be examining something before we interrupted you.
Ah, yes, that. It was. I was immersed in the study of the ship's smoke and penned by the stockily built crewman who's usually on guard here.
Oh yes, the ship's log. And did you find out anything useful from it?
Yeah, here and there. Well, after 2 a.m. this morning, the majority of the entries are blank.
Which means that there was nothing to report, nothing of note happened, so...
You truly are a student from the land of the rising sun. You've been utterly blinded by it.
Sorry?
Your logic, my boy, is inverted.
Whatever do you mean, Mr. Sholmes?
Observe the other pages, and all shall become clear. It would seem the same crewman often stands sentry in the first half way, and he has an almost religious practice of recording nothing to report every half hour.
Oh, he writes that in every 30 minutes? Nothing to report?
Simply, this seaman writes nothing to report, when there is just yet.
The ship's log from last night is largely blank. He didn't even write nothing to report. Do you mean...
Yes. There were circumstances afoot last night which led to the seaman being absent from post.
What kind of circumstances? What happened?
That remains a mystery for now, but we can be sure something significant took place.
Smokes pipe. I don't know.
So significant that it caused the seaman to forget his regular habit of scribbling nothing to report in the log. These are important details. I would stake my life on it. You must lock the ship's log in your mental file.
It's been entered in a court record. A record kept by the crew assigned there are... Now that deduction was worth of a great detective. Excuse me.
Wow. Wow. He just stops.
Biff Stroganoff. Beef Stroganoff! God damn it! I forgot we were playing a Phoenix Wright game. Biff
Why is it
Stroganoff.
I was wondering how long it would take you to realize that.
Same.
I'm starting to understand what my way is, I see. What makes Sholmes brilliant! Oh, ouch.
What is it? Are you hurt?
Oh, don't worry yourself. I seem to be affected with a throbbing head this morning, for some reason. Nothing more. Well, my friend, until our next encounter.
So we've all been drugged, is what I'm getting at. It was
More
one of
than
the
likely.
crewmen. They drugged the food that we ate last night. He's starting to sing to himself. I can hear it as he wanders off down the passageway.
Tra-la-la, tra-la-la.
Great
I
voice
did it
acting.
the rejected way. Thanks.
Is something wrong, Sasuke-san? You seem to be lost in thought. It's just, well, I feel the same. Sorry? Ever since I woke this morning, I've had something of a headache. A sort of continuous throbbing. Oh, you too?
So it was the chicken then.
It's
Go
gone.
back into the cabin.
Which one, ours or the other chicks?
Ours.
Ours. And then see if you can investigate the chicken on the floor.
The what?
The chicken on the floor, on the plate.
I can't.
Okay then. Strange.
Hey, is your head throbbing? No? Or, well, I guess your head's throbbing. Look after the beating you got.
Yeah. Pretty sure his whole face is throbbing, honestly.
Not the door. Yes, me. Already read this. Okay, yes, we read it. Okay, okay. Go back outside now. Okay. Okay, there's
Maybe back
nothing
to
here.
our room.
Well, it made sense, because then...
Nope. Ah! What's that?
An alarm.
Who voices the alarm?
Go ahead, Troy. It's Russians, I bet you.
Oh yeah. Shut down the engines immediately. Vessel sighted on quarter-mile port. Full stop. Hard to starboard. All hands. Brace for impact.
What the? I think we're about to crash into another ship. What?
Oh shit!
I can't stand. Sasuto-san, hold on to me.
Holy
Dead.
shit!
That's the end of the game.
Sasuto-san, are you alright? Are you injured at all? I think I'm fine. Thank you, Naruto-san. It looks like we avoided a collision. I think. Yes, the ship has come to a stop. Oh my goodness, what about you, Naruto-san? Are you hurt? No, I'm fine. Oh shit!
Hello. Is there anybody in there? Shout if you need assistance.
Oh, that sounds like... Inspector...
No?
No,
I
it
put
did
on a
not
Russian
sound
voice.
like Inspector Hosonaga. Is that you in there, Naruto-san? Unbolt the door, quickly. What? The bolt? Oh, am I gonna have a minigame? Look at that! The door's bolted.
Hey, also look
So
at
we
the
now
shelf.
know, so like
Wow.
maybe the ship, because you know ships go swish or swashu whenever they go like sailing. During that night it could have went whoosh.
Oh.
Did you do that, Sasuto-san? No, I didn't touch it. Well, that's strange. How did it... And look at the books. They're just like they were before again. Don't tell me he accidentally killed himself or something like that. Or it was an accidental murder.
Accidental suicide? Is what you mean?
Maybe. Because there has to been somebody in there to like write in Russian on the floor. Naruto-san,
Yeah.
aren't you going to open the door and let the inspector in? Yeah, more options to talk to myself. I'd better tidy this place up first.
Case problem.
Our violent emergency stop had solved one mystery at least, in a very vivid way. But I knew that what awaited us on the other side of the cabin door would not be pleasant. I hurried around, tidying up the cabin with a new sense of foreboding in my heart. Oh wow, that was a very short one.
Alright, we'll go
That's
back.
already it? Damn, that was quick.
Yeah, that one was barely like 40 minutes, I think. 30, 40 minutes. Alright, because that, I'm gonna end this one off here. Are you guys okay with continuing a little bit more or no?
I don't mind.